Hey there guys, and welcome to Lily's Well. I have bad news. So, I technically played this entire game, all of the endings including the true ending, last night, and literally as I finished the true ending, right before the credits went to roll, the game crashed. And it also crashed my footage. So literally, the entire game footage became so ridiculously corrupted, I was trying to fix it pretty much all night. And I could not fix it. I tried literally, like, 10 different programs. I was, like, trying to learn coding just to fix it. Nothing was helping, and I think the main issue is that I do record the game audio and my mic audio separately, and none of the things to fix the corrupted video could parse them separately or together, so it would give me the video just fine, and the actual gameplay was great, but then the audio would either be completely off sync, or it would be robotic, or it would just be, like, one or the other. It just, like... It was a mess, and I kind of sat with it for a little bit, and I was like, should I just do a game review? Because I remember last time something similar like this happened, which was like years ago, when I played... Oh shoot, what was the game called? It's in my game review playlist, but it was like this visual novel. Something happened with the footage, or I forgot to record, and I got all the endings, so I just made a game review for it instead. Because I was like, I played it for my channel, I'm not gonna just, like, play it and then not make a video about it. But I think this game is so cool, and I was, like, praising it so hard that I was like, I feel like just making a review about it or something doesn't really do it justice. So, here we are. I am going to replay the entire game, and now that I know when the credits are, also, I am going to... probably, like, hit stop record just in case it crashes again, and then record the credits separately, because I can do that. I figured that out. So, here is the premise. Okay, am I gonna... Okay, here's the premise. So, we are a 9-year-old little girl named Lily. Dad has gone off to work. It's 2005. We hear a call for help in the well outside of our window. We gotta find things to make a rope to go down the well. There are technically 10, like, main endings to the game, and then the true ending. The 10 main endings, though, are just, like, death endings, which you will see. So I'm just gonna hit start. I also forgot that I need to do this. Hold on. I gotta move it over a little. Thank you. Would you like to completely start from scratch or continue from the night where it ended? Note, costumes will carry over. Oh, that's nice. There are costumes also. I didn't even get any from what I remember. The night where it ended. I'm gonna start from scratch. Okay. Returning to the title screen. Alright, here we go again. And it sucks because I really like to usually have my first impressions of a game. But that's just not possible here. But I will get all the 10 endings and sort of, like, show you everything. And it'll just be quicker that way, too, because I'm not, like, not discovering everything for the first time. I know where we're going and what we're doing. Because I literally just played this entire game last night. Also, this game is free, by the way. It's like if you're not knowing exactly what you're doing, it's about 3 hours, a little less than that. But about that long. It's a really great game. If you're interested in a little horror RPG maker game like this, it doesn't cost you any money. I think it's really good, so go play it before watching this if you'd like. And again, I'm sorry it's not my first impressions of it. My footage was corrupted and it was unsavable, okay? So I don't know what to tell you. But we're going to persevere. This is not the first time something like this has happened to me. This is just, like, the worst case of it because the entire game was lost. It's fine. It's a cold and rainy day in the Tabachi household. You are Lily. Lily is a young, innocent girl, 9 years of age. You live in a modest home with your papa. On this cold and rainy day, you are knitting on the couch while Papa packs his things. Tonight he needs to go to work in order to teach a night class. As Lily is a good girl, Papa trusts you to stay safe while he is gone. Before he leaves, Papa makes hot dogs and the boxed mac and cheese. He helps you pour the cheese sauce on your hot dog in order to make it taste better. You enjoy your meal together, ignorant of future events. Papa puts you to bed with the sound of rain lulling you to sleep. Help. Somewhat. Help. You awaken to the sound of a voice. Lily. The voice seems to come from outside. You look out your bedside window. Nobody. There's nobody among the rain and darkness. Was it a dream? You open your window a crack to listen closer. Please. It hurts. Help. The well. Someone is in the well. The rope normally hanging from it has vanished. You are a good girl, so you get out of bed to go help. I don't need to read instructions, trust me. The instructions can be viewed at any time from the Files tab in the Stuff menu. So here we are. I love here... Okay. If you don't know me, 2 things I love. Horror RPG Maker games and pixel art style. This has both in spades. Especially some of the pixel art in this game for like the horror scenes is so sick. I love, 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 love it. This is where the costumes are. I wonder if I even have one. Pajamas. We're gonna stick with the default. I guess I only have pajamas and default. That's fine. There's also nothing in the drawers that can help me. I'm not gonna be looking at every little thing like I would, just because it's just gonna kind of pad the runtime. I am gonna look at things that I think are interesting, and then the things that are useful. So you're not gonna miss like anything interesting. Like if you look at the lamp, you can try to like take it, but it's just like it needs to be plugged into the wall. So why would you take that? Like that kind of stuff, you know. So I promise, the things that I'm not going to look at, you are not going to miss. This is Sniffle Bear, or Sniffles for short. Sniffles was a gift from Auntie Mufuyu for your first birthday. He's kind of stinky, but a good stinky. Attic stinky. And if you try to take him, while Sniffles would be a brave and faithful companion on this quest, the rain isn't good for him. So here's how the game works. So there are 15 different items that you can use as a rope. However, not all of them are good materials. A lot of them will cause you to fall and die, and if you have even one bad rope material, even if all the rest of your rope materials are good, you will fall and die. So here is what I am going to do. I am going to grab something that is bad rope material, so I can show you what that looks like first. I know this is bad rope material. The couch sits with nobody to sit on. Look at it. This is where Poppy usually sits on the couch to read with his book. And if I take, you can see there's something under the couch. While you can't take the couch, you can see if you can take something from underneath it. Look to see if there's anything good to take. In your search, you found an old charger for something you can't remember. It's very old, with the wire being exposed in some places, but it is long enough to be used as a possible rope. Take the charger as a rope. You took the stray charger. So obviously because it says that it's, you know, showing wire and it's an old charger, it is not going to hold you. So we're going outside! We are gonna go! This is the source of the voice. All that can be heard now is the echoes of raindrops. If you wish to save the person trapped in the well, you'll need to construct a rope. The well leads into inky darkness. You currently hold one piece of possible rope. Use it to descend? Yep. Yeah. Your rope is creaking. Something is very wrong. Yeah. That long fall. Oh. As you fell, you were lucky to land head first, killing you instantly. Your body lays in a contorted and unnatural state as it waits for the maggots to settle in. Dead end. Alt N1. Bad craftsmanship. So that's what that is. That is what that looks like. Rocks can be placed back in the same area where they're found if their speed penalty is too much. There are rocks for something later, which we will get to. We can also skip the intro because I've already seen it. We know. So now we're going to focus on getting only the good ropes because you have to do it 10 times because there's 10 total pieces of rope that you can get. So we're going to have to get one, descend, die, get a second, descend, die. So it's just a lot of kind of like repeating the process, but every time you descend it is something different. So it's not like it's the same scenes over and over. It is just sort of like the same actions over and over. Okay, so we're gonna go like area by area, because not every area has useful things. So if we look around the room, if we look at the bed, your bed sheets are all messed up from your sudden awakening. What can we take? You remember a movie that Papa brought back one weekend where prisoners used sheets to escape from prison. Take the sheets as rope? You took the sheets. That is our first good rope material. And there's more stuff outside, but we'll get to that. Don't you worry. This is the source of the voice. This is all the same. Currently hold one piece of possible rope. Use it to descend? Yes. And you'll see why we need to do it multiple times as well. The rope has come to an end. The way down seems endless. No voices can be heard. Just the sound of your own breathing. And what is that sound? It sounds like... It's so creepy. Ugh. Yeah. Yeah. Dead end. Yeah. Yeah. But you'll see in just a moment. You see those numbers? Okay, I was double checking because I still have it written down in my notes because I was taking notes last night when I was playing it. And I think the number should be the same. So far, with this first number, it is. So you see how it's 10 numbers and it looks like a phone number? Remember that. But that's why we need to do it 10 times, because we need to get all of the digits of this phone number in order to get the true ending. If you remember, maybe briefly, you saw that there was a phone in the living room. We have to use that later. So yeah, that is the first number. All normal items in the stuff menu need to be found in order to get to the bottom of the well, except for one. Skip the intro. Okay, we are going to take the sheets again, because again, now we need two things. And as you see, there's also yarn. Look. We only have one large ball of yarn left. You can take that. With how big the yarn ball is, it probably could be unraveled into a long rope. Take the ball of yarn as rope? Yes. However, the ball of yarn on its own is not going to be strong enough. That's for damn sure. Oh, that's the bathroom, I forget. So if you see, there's that phone. However, if you see this other thing under the couch, those are our knitting needles. In your search, you found your knitting needles. Take them. You took the knitting needles. And what we can do is if I go into my little menu, look at my stuff. It also tells you how many, like, rope things you have. So you see 1 and then 2 of 15. So, like I said, there's 15 different items, but 5 of them are bad. So, you don't have to get all 15. And then keys, files, all that stuff. And then if I go to my stuff, I look at my knitting needles, I can use them. You can probably knit the yarn you have into a stronger rope. Knit the ball of yarn into a knitted rope. Yes, please. You now have the knitted rope. So now it's going to be strong enough to actually hold us. And one really fun detail is this flower was not here before. A singular flower is growing here. Look. Looking at this makes your legs ache for some reason. So every time you get one of the endings, a new flower will grow. And it'll have 1 flower for one ending, 2 flowers, and so on and so forth. So that's how you can kind of, like, keep track of it as well. Okay. Currently hold 2 pieces of possible rope. Yes. Whee! Alright. The rope has come to an end. The way down seems endless. No voices can be heard. Just the sound of your own breathing and the rain falling from above. It mixes with your sweat, making your hands uncomfortable. You decide to give up and climb back up. The task is much more difficult than lowering yourself down. The pain in your hands and the moisture in the area create a terrible combination. You lose your grip and fall. Yeah, we do see that specific art more than a few times, but it's not the same all the time, I promise. Dead end. What number we get? 8. Yep, that's the same too. Okay. Okay, we know about the rocks. Don't worry. Skip the intro. Yes. We're gonna take our stuff again. And the yarn, and that's all we can get in the room as well. So just the sheets and the yarn. And then, I forget, the living room's down here. We're gonna grab our knitting needles. And then, before I forget, I'm gonna use them. Okay. Then, if we kind of focus in this general area, we can go up here, and then we have the bathroom. Nothing in here is of use, though. We can go over here, and it is Papa's room. We can't take the sheets, and this is a giant fucking hourglass, but we can look at his wardrobe. His undies are in here. We don't need those. In here, however, this drawer has some of Papa's clothes. The drawer is mostly filled with socks and belts. They are all folded to perfection. What could a belt be used for? Rope! The belts might be a good rope substitute if tied together. Take Papa's belt as rope? Yes. We took Papa's belts. And that is going to be our third item. If you notice, there is also a safe. We will get to that next. And then there are the new flowers. 2 flowers are growing here together. Looking at this makes your palms sweat for some reason. Yep, same dialogue. We get it, we get it. Yes. Whee! And I can hold down shift and go real fast. And then... look at that! The rope has come to an end. The way down seems endless. Huh? The nearby lamp turned on by itself. Such a thing could be helpful right now. You reach over to take the light off its hook. terrible decision, really. Yeah, I don't know why we decided to do that. Wasn't a great idea. I have the strength of a 9-year-old. Yeah. It's because we keep fucking falling. Dead end. Next digit, please. 3. Yep. There's a small detail hidden outside that helps show which main endings have been found. It's the flowers. Skip the intro, please. Okay, now that we have all that... Oh, I forgot. I can't use WASD, and I always forget that. Yes. We're gonna take our stuff. Thank you. Right. Back to this room. We're gonna take the belts. Oops, God damn it. I always look when I mean to take. Thank you. Now, there is a safe here. Safe with a keypad on it. Seems to have space for 6 numbers. Try to open the safe. Oh, it even remembers the code. I was gonna say, I still have the code written down. Obviously, you guys don't know how I got this code, but we will get to it. I'm just obviously doing it out of order. Like, I kind of just want to keep everything in the same areas. We will get to the area where I get this code, and I will explain it. Seems to be the right password. What a clever child. What's in here? Something really odd. There's a long whip inside the safe. The whip is long and completely unfrayed. It could make for a good rope. Papa won't be happy with this. Take the bullwhip as rope. Why? Why that there? Why that there? Oh, the knitting needles. I almost forgot. Yes. Yes. Okay. Stuff. This. You can probably knit the yarn you have into a stronger rope. Knit the ball of yarn into a knitted rope? Yes. You now have the knitted rope. So now we have 4 things. There is also one thing I'd like to check. So if you go over here, there is stuff here and then to the left. But if we go down, we will be able to see there might be something in the mailbox. There are 3 letters in the mailbox. Oh, so it does keep my progress, because 2 of these I've seen before. I have not seen the fancy letter, but I'll read them in order. It's a letter with a coffee mug stain. Read it. Dear residents of Bethany's Mirror, that's where we are. There was a recent case of multiple outsider vehicles making onto the roads of our community. Investigations have shown that they were not students of our local college, and instead ordinary Vermont residents. The majority of them have been directed to the outside world without issue, but some have fallen prey to our local wildlife. If you see an unknown vehicle without a mirror charm in their rearview mirror, please redirect them to the main road. Mirror Council. Then we have wax sealed letter. It's a letter with a red wax seal. Read it. Dear College of Azoth staff members, many of you are already aware of Project NIMP's progress at this point in time. While we all certainly share excitement at the start of the iterative learning process stage, many have additionally noticed the side effects created by the previous step. Our janitorial staff is working hard to push back the mercurial flooding and the capillum tendrils. In the meantime, it is recommended to use large objects as bridges if you or your students need to cross flooded areas. We are all very sorry for the trouble. President Wolfgang Eibler. Now, if you know Haunting Ground or, like, alchemy stuff in general, you will recognize the word Azoth and some of the other stuff in this game. Remember that. Okay, this is new to me. The fancy letter. It's a letter with a fancy envelope. Read it. Hello, Antonio. How's everything with your little Lily? It feels like it's been so long since she was first born. I will never forget how nervous you were during the labor to the point you cried. I'd never seen you cry before then. You held her and called it the most important day of your life. I nearly cried myself. I know it's been a while, so I've been curious about how she's doing in that cabin of yours. With you working yourself half to death, it should be fine for me to watch her for a night or two, right? I'm sure you could use the pressure off your shoulders. I'll come as soon as you call, alright? Mags. There's also nothing in the trash can and nothing to do on the roads. So the letters, you're supposed to kind of check up on every now and then as you go through all of the stuff. Because letters will show up. New flower. 3 flowers are growing here together. The flowers seem to be reaching for the lamp near the house. Wonder why that is. Should have 4? Yes. Yes. Whee! No lamp. But what is this? The rope has come to an end. The way down seems endless. But there seems to be another tunnel you can reach. Perhaps this is where the voice was coming from? I do not like it. I do not like it. You can see the lake outside. You are suspended high in the air, looking down upon it. The weather is causing waves to crash violently against the rocky shores below. Yeah. Your body is washed out of the drainage pipes into the lake. Before hitting the water, your face makes direct contact with the rocks below. This is one of the creepier arts to me. Like, ooh. Her face with the eyeball coming out. Ooh. Not even Papa would recognize you now. Dead end. Yeah. Yeah. And a 0. An autosave is created whenever the map changes. If a bad decision is made, it can be erased by exiting the game before going to another map screen. Skip the intro. Yes. So that was that one. Yep. I almost did look, but I remembered. We're gonna go over to Papa's room, get our stuff from here. Yes. Thank you. Yes. There we go. So now we have, well, almost 4 things. I have to do my knitting. Hold on. And then stuff. Yes. Thank you. So now, what we're gonna do, guess what? Kitchen! There is a pantry door, which we can't get into until we get something else that we need. There is a key up here, which I actually don't think I need, because I used it in the first time playing, and if it saves my code and stuff, I feel like I don't need it. But normally you would have to very classically push the stool and go grab the key. There is a note there, however, I would like to show off, because it's very interesting. Yes. Note. It's a letter addressed to Papa. Read it. Dear Tony, I hope this letter finds you well. I'm writing to you from Mother's home, as she required extra help regarding the pig farm. She's personally doing well and has asked about you and Lily. Mother is especially curious about your progress on your research project. When Mother heard that you were pursuing her specialty, she was delighted to see how you would do. Please write to her and possibly send samples. I only expect to stay on the farm for the next year or so before returning to Maine. With your permission, I'd like to visit your home on the way. Thank you for your time. Vic. I'm gonna grab the key just in case I need it. Got the shed key. I don't think I need it, but I'd rather be safer than sorry. And that's really all there is to the kitchen. What should I get next? There are, actually, I could read, so there's books here. Book on local plant life in your area. Read it. It is very important. I know the information, but since you guys don't, it's also super interesting. This is, I think, one of my favorite little things to read in the game. It's very cool. Introduction. Greetings and thank you for picking up my guide for the special flora located in Bethany's Mirror, Vermont. I am Magus Bergamot, a resident of the Bethany's Mirror area since childhood. Magus, remember that letter in the mailbox? The fancy one? It said Mags? I assume this is the same person. I have spent my years studying the various unique plants that only grow in this pocket of the world. Many of these plants take on unique and unexpected roles in their ecosystems, as well as provide plenty of uses for local foragers. Like with any plant or fungal life, it is important to properly identify anything you are foraging. Failure to do so can lead to extreme injury or death. It is additionally important to not violate anyone's personal territory while foraging. An angry resident of Bethany's Mirror is far worse than any moose. With all of that out of the way, let's take a look at the most common specimens you will find in this area. Trees. The majority of the trees found in Bethany's Mirror are the same as those in the surrounding areas. Plenty of oak, maple, and pine to go around. The most common of the area's more unusual trees is the nymph mimic. It will appear as a normal birch tree, but with a female humanoid figure jutting out of the trunk. Despite appearances, this isn't an actual nymph, but a soulless tree. These trees seem to form from the souls of women who get lost in the woods or have their corpses dumped in the woods after being killed. Their souls leave an imprint of sorts on a tree in Bethany's Mirror, causing it to swell with the body's shape. The sap from these protrusions can be harvested and made into nymph syrup. Yeah, it's so funny to me how it's like, yeah, we got normal trees, oak, pine, birch, that kind of stuff. Also the one that harvests the souls of dead women. All normal things, actually. That's fine. Another commonly seen tree that's exclusive to this area is the tomb tree. While harmless toward humanoids in most cases, this tree can pose a risk to small children and pets. The tomb tree appears as a dead and hollow oak tree, usually in the center of a clearing. While most small animals that come across it may be interested in making a home out of the tree's many tunnels, this is actually a trap. Thanks to the tomb tree's lack of leaves, it instead gains nutrients by digesting the animals that get stuck in the tar-like sap it secretes inside its tunnels. The death of these animals is slow and full of suffering. Instead of dying of their flesh being digested, they often die of dehydration or starvation first. If something or someone you care about gets stuck in this tree's sap, common store-bought dish soap is enough to disconnect skin from the sap. So that's all for trees. Yeah, so this place is fucked. This is simply not a normal place. Vines. There's a lot of vines. The vined plants of Bethany's Mirror can be some of the most dangerous and the most useful for foragers. When looking for foraged materials, the most dangerous vine to stay away from is the overcast vamp vine. Remember this one. This vine can be identified by its bright purple suction cup-like leaves that only open rainy or overcast nights. Touching these leaves will cause a vine to grab its new prey and attach as many suction cups as possible to the victim's skin. It will then use these suction cups to rip the victim's skin open and suck out all of their blood until they're bone dry. Next, another vine that can be dangerous is the womb ripper. You know, by the name, I think I'd stay away from that. Despite its name, it doesn't actually rip out wombs, but its danger still cannot be underestimated. The womb ripper is only dangerous for those who eat the bright red berries off of its vines. Touching or squashing the berries appears to be harmless. After being consumed, the berries will latch onto the inner linings of its new host's stomach and intestines. Like a tapeworm, the seeds inside the berries will steal nutrients from the host before eventually sprouting. Sensing the sun outside of the body, the new plants will violently burst out of the host's organs, likely leaving the host to bleed out, and the new vines to grow on the nearest tree or other large object. The body will be used by the womb ripper as extra food throughout its life. Luckily, the womb ripper vine becomes very brittle shortly after separating it from its root. This makes it easy to incinerate. We will see that vine, by the way, and that's a hint, because it's outside, that we don't want to take it for rope because it becomes brittle. One vine that is both dangerous and useful for foragers is known as Orderly's Punishment. Often found in shady areas along tall trees, Orderly's Punishment can be easily identified by the blue thorns growing along it. Take extra care to not get pricked by these thorns, as they will inject an intense hallucinogen that will last around 12 hours on average. They will additionally cause an intense itchy sensation on the victim's inner organs. Ugh, that makes me shiver. Like, having an itch inside your body like that? Ugh. By removing these thorns, though, this vine can be used as a very helpful building material. It is capable of holding on average of 460 pounds of weight, even after being dried out. For those suffering from joint pains, you may want to look for Flower of Icarus. This yellow flowering vine grows swiftly in the rain and lives in deep wooded areas. By licking the pollen off the flowers once a day, humanoid joints will begin to repair themselves. It is, however, very important to not take the vine itself or pick the flowers. After being removed from where it originally planted its roots, the plant will quickly start growing microfractures, causing it to be easily destroyed after little amounts of pressure. And then root vegetables. Going around Bethany's Mirror, there are plenty of root vegetables that can be found only here. This is due to the area's creation and the impact the outside has on it. The dwarf mandragora can be found by paved roads near the area's border. Despite its name, it is not in the mandragora genus, rather the Daucus genus. They appear as inch-wide clusters of white flowers that grow at the side of the road. Picking them will reveal a purple root vegetable in the shape of a human baby. These vegetables range from 3 to 5 inches tall. Yeah, no, super normal. It's like, yeah, root vegetables, white flowers, you pick it up, shape of a human baby. Right. They can cause mild stomach discomfort if eaten raw, but boiling them kills the toxin that causes this. Dwarf mandragora is best served with melted cheese and beef. The rest of this section's pages seem to have been cut out with scissors in order to keep the recipes. And that is all for the books. I really think the plants are super interesting. I love the lore and the fact it really tells you that this place, Bethany's Mirror, is like, something's up. This place is not right. Okay, then wait, what did I already do my knitting? I forget. Okay, I did do my knitting. Oh my god. So I have 4. We are gonna go outside. Which way? Yeah, I need to go this way. I'm kind of... Oh, wait, actually, I'm gonna check to make sure that there's no other letters. No, okay. So those are all the same. I really neglected to check those letters last night when I was playing it, so I'm really trying to remember it. New flowers! 4 flowers are growing here together. The rain is drowning the flowers. Doesn't it remind you of Catwoman? The Halle Bailey one. Halle Berry, sorry. Okay, shears. Children and large scissors usually don't mix. Take the shears. Yes, please. And this is said shed. Also, if you notice, there's this creepy thing. There's a memorial for someone in a language you don't understand. The memorial says that. I did try to, like, Google Translate that, and it said, like, mother's plum hair or something. On top of the stone is a strangely shaped hole. It's narrow and seems to go down a little over 5 inches. I did try knitting needles on this, by the way, and it didn't work. There's a specific item you need for this, even though I thought knitting needles was pretty smart. There's also going to be bolt cutters here, which we will be able to use. This is a weed whacker. Doesn't matter. However, there's a spare extension cord on the floor. Even in a storage shed, having a wire out like this is a clear OSHA violation. But if we take it, the cord is thick and new looking. Take the extension cord as rope. Yes. So that, I think, will be our 5th rope, because it's one of the easier ones to get. Like, I don't have to use a separate item or anything. I just go into the shed and I grab it. Source of the voice. 5 pieces of possible rope. Whee! Slide down real fast. Ignore this. Now what is this? The rope has come to an end. The way down seems endless. But a darkened window juts out from the side of the well's wall. It's slightly open. You swing closer to take a peek. But you overshoot it and tumble into the pitch-black room. It seems like you landed on something soft. You try to feel around to get a sense of your surroundings. Lily? Papa? Where? I thought... Shh, it's okay, Lily. Just had a bad dream. No, you went to work and there was a voice. A voice? What kind of voice? It came from the well. Oh, the well? Hope you didn't go near it. The voice sounded like she was in trouble. I wanted to save her. Now, Lily. Even in a dream, you need to remember what Papa tells you. But you weren't there. Lily. Good girls listen to Papa even when he isn't home. Especially when you hear voices from outside. That's how bad little girls get kidnapped or eaten. Will you remember that, Lily? Yes, Papa. Will you? Will you remember it down to your soul? Yes, Papa. Good girl. Good night, Lily. Good night, Papa. Under Papa's watch, you quietly go to sleep. His words ring through your head as you lose consciousness. His words ring through your head as you lose consciousness. Yeah. So Papa is not all he's cracked up to be, I fear. He is simply not a great guy. And 4. Okay, yep, same number. You will know if you've gotten the true ending when the credits start to roll. And hopefully it doesn't crash this time when I get it. That would be awesome. Okay. Take. Yes. I gotta lock in and remember what I've taken. I'm doing it in a different order than last time, so it's a little harder for me to remember everything for sure. Actually, let's go this way. Go to Papa's room. Belts. Safe. Take a whip for whatever reason that's here. Fuck if I know. Get my knitting needles. Here we go. I forgot if I needed anything over here. Never mind. Use my knitting needles. Thank you. Oh, jeez. Okay, flowers. 5 flowers are growing here together. It looks like someone crushed the flowers at some point. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna grab the shears. Take. Actually, I don't really even need them for what I'm gonna do. I always take them out of obligation, I suppose. Extension cord. But now if we grab these bolt cutters and we go down to the bridge, do you notice how there's only one chain? Wouldn't a chain make a good rope? Chain serves as a handrail for the bridge. The chain is a bit rusty from the stream's occasional splashing, but it is a good rope, so seems like it would be a good rope substitute. Too bad it's welded to the support poles. Items, bolt cutters. The chains lining the bridge could make for a good rope. Cut and take the chains for climbing. Yes. Take some extra strength, but you managed to snip the chain. You took the chain. I should have 6 now, right? 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. Well timed. 6 pieces of rope. Yes. We're gonna slide down as fast as we possibly can while I hold shift. No window. Thank you. The rope has come to an end. But there seems to be a large room here. What a strange room. What's that in the corner? You look closer at the unknown pile in the corner. If I'm remembering correctly, this is like my favorite pixel art piece of the game. Oh. That looks so sick. It reminds me of like those old like dungeon games where it's like, look at Goblet, you know, like the text-based ones. I don't know, it just gives me that vibe. It is a corpse, covered in maggots. Do you know what maggots are, Lily? You've learned about them before. They're baby flies that eat dead things. Oh? Now what? You no longer hear the sound of rain, but it is now pitch black. Someone must have covered the well. Well now, even though you can't see, you may want to get comfortable with the maggots. They may be your only company for a while. That's like one of the most horrible endings to me. Ooh, like covering the well and you're in complete darkness with just like a rotting body with maggots. And that's how it ends for you? Okay, digit is the same. Some puzzles have more than one solution to them. This can sometimes lead to different paths. I'm just doing my tried and trues, okay? I am just doing what I know is correct. Take. Thank you. Belts, please. Safe, please. Bullwhip, please. I guess. Go back. And we're gonna go grab my little knitting needles. Take them, please. Do my little thing. Thank you. Now we're gonna go back to the garden. Grab my extension cord. And bolt cutters. Yes. Bolt cutters, please. Oops, didn't mean to look at them. You don't remember seeing Papa use these much. Yeah, that's it. Take them, please. Thank you. Then we're gonna do our chain. Bolt cutters, please. Yes. Now, you see this rock? Before it, like, saved my progress and stuff, there were a few rocks, like, scattered about the map, which you can use to create a path over to this hollow. And you can go in here. Look at this. A net protects a group of small underwater plants. The net is made of thick fishing wire. And look at this room. The cave smells like a bad version of attic smell. It looks like this cave was used for more in the past. More was likely here at one point, but they've been long since removed. Look at this. Some kind of alchemic model. You can't really make heads or tails of it, but you'd probably be disappointed to know it actually represents the components of olive oil. And there's also this note. There's a worn birthday card. Read it? The front of the card has a picture of a black rabbit holding a flower. It reads, "Happy 1 year of being here." On the inside is a picture of even more black rabbits holding flowers. It reads, "Happy first birthday, Lily, July 20th, 1985. So, hey, so we're supposed to be 9 years old, and current day, it's 2005. So that math does not add up at all. You've grown so much in just a year. Never forget what you're surrounded by people who love you. With love, Auntie Mifuyu. Also, that's how you get the code. Because remember the code was 6 digits, and it says her birthday. So the birthday card was from July 20th, 1985. But since it's her 1 year birthday, you have to subtract a year from that. So it would be like month, day, year. So what was it? 072084. That's how we got the code. Just so I'm explaining it. There's also this knife. There's a knife with a strange blade hanging on the wall. The knife has a wavy blade and an oily liquid on it. That is for the memorial in the garden, which we are going to ignore until the next run, because we can cut this with the bolt cutters. The net seems to be pretty sturdy. Cut it and use it as a rope. You cut the net, freeing it from the stakes it was attached to. And now, we have our 7th rope material. Yes. Oh, did I look at the flower? Hold on. 6 flowers are growing here together. All of the flowers are covered in bugs. It makes your skin itch. Yeah. Tie them together, please. We're gonna ignore this room. Remember those vines I told you to remember? The vampire ones? The rope has come to an end. But, there's a vine growing along the well walls, but you don't see how deep it goes. You manage to jump onto the vine, getting a good grip on it. Yeah. It seems to have a good grip on you, too. The purple leaves of the vine stick into you, wrapping you closer in the plant. It begins to suck out the blood from your body. You remember reading about this in that plant book. How unfortunate of you to discover the overcast vamp vine in here, of all places. Wait. Did you read that book? You're now too weak to scream. Too weak to keep your eyes open. Too weak to continue. Yeah. Told you to remember those vines. Lily didn't, I guess. Number 3. The item menu can still be used when looking at areas close up. Cool. And then... oh god, yeah. So I have to grab the stuff all over again. Bed sheets. And yes, I could cut this out, but you know what? You guys are gonna have to suffer through this with me. Because this is now... I'm well into, like, over probably 20 times doing this. Getting all these things. So you're just gonna have to live with it with me. Yes, please. Take it. Thank you. Knitting needles. Oops, didn't mean to look at it. Damn it. Thank you. New flowers. 7 flowers bloom on one vine. Looking at this makes your blood go cold. Wonder why. Garden. I don't need the shears yet, actually, now that I think about it. The shears come in a bit. Take this, please. Thank you. Take the bolt cutters. Yes. This. Yes. Now we're gonna go back to the secret little hidey hole. Take this. Oops, didn't mean to do that. My bad. Bolt cutters. Now, we're gonna go get this special little knife. This doesn't belong to you. Take the knife. You took the knife. Nothing bad happens just by taking the knife. So what if it's not mine, okay? Mine now. Finders keepers. Oh, I always forget it's at the garden. Okay. Knife. The knife might fit in the memorial's hole. Put it in. You slowly stab the knife into the memorial. It's a perfect fit, but you lost the knife. Actually, I do need the shears. You'll see why. The stone case is filled with a black liquid and long, tangled hair. It's impossible to tell where the hair begins or ends inside. You don't know if the hair is moving on its own or if it's a trick of the rain. Items I could take. You put your hand in the hair and pull at it. It seems to be attached to something. Ugh. Shears! You might be able to cut this hair for a rope. Cut and take the oily hair for rope. As soon as you cut off some hair, the rest gets quickly sucked into the liquid below. You took the oily hair. Nothing but the foul-smelled liquid remains. The raindrops fall into the stone memorial, but don't mix into the liquid. Instead, the raindrops sit on top of the liquid, as if it were solid. Take. The thought of taking the liquid disgusts you. You don't know what it is, but you know deep down that nothing good will come of it. So nasty, bro. Yuck! Alright. We have our 8th thing, though. We are slowly but surely getting there. Yes. Did I forget to... I think I forgot to knit, didn't I? Oh, I forgot to knit. No. Fuck. Okay, I will cut the next part out then, because that was my bad. You don't gotta see me do all of that over again. God damn it. Alright, I've gotten all the stuff. We are back at the well. And I knitted the rope. So we are good. Yes, everything's going according to plan. That was completely my bad. I'm not firing at 100%. What with all the issues from the footage, man. Look at that. The rope has come to an end. Hope of discovery, however, is not lost. A vent presents itself nearby, with its cover partially removed. There's a fast-moving fan in the way. I can't go up or down, by the way. That's why that's a problem. You fell through the vent, putting too much weight on one of the covers. The fall has broken your leg. The pain is immense. Ugh, That first one is my scariest one to me. The sound of your fall has caused the residents of the room to awaken. Yeah. Not good. Not good. And 6. There are 15 total rope materials that can be found, but not all of them should be collected and used. Skip the intro. Okay, we are going down to the second to last thing that we need, which will show you a new area that you have not seen yet. I have seen it many times, but it'll be new for you. Okay, we got the code. You get the whip. Open the door. Grab the knitting needles and oh my god. Knit the rope so I don't fuck it up a second time. Thank you. We go outside. We look at a new flower. 8 flowers bloom together. It smells like rotting meat. Delicious. That's so awesome. We are gonna go grab the shears because we will need those. We're gonna go in the shed. Extension cord. Oh, bolt cutters. Take. What was on the floor here? I forget. Mulch? Yeah, bag of mulch. It's used for gardening. Take it. Too smelly. Some of the dialogue is so funny to me. Too smelly. Okay. Bolt cutters. Yes. Secret hidey hole. Take this. Bolt cutters. Yes, we grab the fun wavy knife. Yes, please. We go back. We go to the garden. We use the knife. We use the shears. We get some nasty, nasty oily hair that I don't know how it holds as a rope, but I will not question that. Then, we need the shears for the next one. Ooh, I should check the mailbox, too. Also, you can look at the water. It's just a turtle pond. There's nothing, like, super interesting there. There is a new one. Messy letter. It's a letter with terrible handwriting. Read it? Hey, I wanted to check in on you. You don't pick up when I call you, but I guess it's just safe to assume you're teaching all the time now. I know it's probably lonely without me there, but I still don't have any plans to come back. I won't go down the same path as you. If you care, though, I have a boyfriend now. His name's Jeremy. We're both living in an apartment under his mom's house. I told him all about you, and, well, he says that he'd rip you limb from limb if he ever met you. So, yeah, it'd be cool if you called me on my new cell phone number, but you'd definitely die if you tried to find me. Who is that? Who is that? I know who it is. Your tire swing hangs empty and alone. There's a small puddle inside the swing from the rain. You remember that mosquitoes can lay their eggs in stagnant water, so you don't want to touch it. But you know what we can do? Use the shears, because what is a tire swing being held up by? Rope! The rope holds strong, but the shears should cut them. Cut and take the tire swing rope for climbing. The rope holds thick, the swing goes down. You took the tire swing rope. Also, I forgot, because there's more stuff over here. Look at, there's eyes. There's something watching you from the darkness. take. Nothing to take. And see, there's all these vines and stuff, which this one is the last one that we'll need. But, for now, it is time. Nine pieces. Yes. The rope has come to an end, but you can see the bottom of the well. You can't see it very well, but you can see it. Maybe you should go back up and find something to get a little further. You're so close. Someone cut your rope. You try to stand, but your legs are broken. Standing out from the red covering your legs is the white of a bone breaching your skin. Help me. Someone help. Please. My name is Lily. Your cries for help echo throughout the well. Please. It hurts. Papa. Please. I'm sorry I was a bad girl. I'm sorry. I want to go home. That almost sounds like what we heard in the well in the beginning of the game, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Interesting. Very interesting. Dead end. Two. Yes. I know all about bad rope materials. I also love the flashes from, like, the last ending. It's like, someone cut it. And I'm like, yeah, you don't have to remind me. It was horrific. Alright, last batch of stuff we have to get. Sheets. Yarn. Go over to Papa's wardrobe. Belts. Safe. Wait. Knitting needles. Don't forget to use them. Thank you. And there will be a new set of flowers as well. 9 flowers are blooming on this bush. The words you heard from the wall echo in your mind. I bet. Garden. Shears. Shed. Extension cord. Thank you. Bolt cutters. Thank you. Chain. Bolt cutters. Secret hidey hole. Bolt cutters. Secret knife. Thank you. Go back up to the garden. Creepy memorial. Knife. Shears to grab the nasty hair. Thank you. We are gonna go Tire swing! Shears, please. Now, we're gonna go grab the ones with the blue thorns. The vine is covered in sharp blue thorns that point toward the ground. It has a chokehold on the tree. We are gonna use shears again. This vine might be able to serve as possible rope. Cut and take the blue thorn vine for climbing. Yes, you carefully cut down the vine and use the shears to trim down the thorns. You took the blue thorn vine. That is the last thing that we need. Actually, I'm gonna check the letters first, just in case. Nope, nothing new. We will have, I think, one more opportunity, but it's not gonna be for a hot second. Ten pieces. Yep. This goes all the way down, brother. We are going. Ignoring all the causes of death that we know are death. Here we go. The rope has come to an end. You did it. You made it to the bottom. Oh dear. Nobody is here. Your only company is bones, rotting meat, and maggots. Good thing you have experience with maggots. Oh dear again. Someone cut the rope. It's up to you now to decide what to do. A metal door sits between you and the only exit to the well. There's a dim light shining through the bars in the door. You know what we can use? Bolt cutters! You'd probably be able to get through the door if you cut the bars. Cut them? You break through the bars and unlock the door from the other side. This is the door to the stairs. There is an out-of-order sign with the door additionally being locked. There's a that is a fire hazard. Peeking through the reinforced window, you see the stairway. Some kind of sludge is covering all of the steps. A singular wet floor sign floats near the window. What is all this? A variety of photos and notes litter the corkboard on the wall. The notes are connected to pictures via thread and pushpins. They seem to detail the names, ages, and blood types of the people in the photos. Additionally, there seems to be extra notes detailing capture risk level for each person. You do not recognize any of the photos, but something about their faces makes your body shake. Creepy. He's gone! Oh my god. The couch has a red stain on it. It looks like someone tried to scrub out the stain before giving up. They clearly didn't try the aspirin or lemon juice method. So, I was really hoping to show this. Fuck, okay. What happens, basically, is there's a dude that's sleeping here, and his name is, Teddy Fungus. And you can kill him, because he has an, like a master ID card in his pocket, and you can't really take it without waking him up. So, you can use the shears to stab him in the neck and kill him. And it's super brutal, and I was really hoping to show that, but I guess that's not an option. There's a key in the barred locker. You know what we can do? Use the knitting needles to grab them. Your knitting needles are thin enough to get past the bars. Use them to pull the key. You got the office key. I wonder then, do I have the master ID card if he's not here? Office. There's an inflatable plastic couch here. You always wanted a couch like this ever since you saw it in a Christmas toy magazine. Actually, you have a secret desire to have an entire house only containing bright-colored inflatable plastic furniture. Except the bed. You want a water bed. The shelf is lined with binders and folders. You see GID project documentation, recorded nymph project documentation, and advanced cell growth photos among the files. Oh, I got a hiccup. There's an ID card on the desk. The ID card has a familiar face on it. Take it. Yes. There's a computer here. An infinite maze is running on the screen as a screensaver. It's absolutely mesmerizing to watch. Real. So now that we have the ID card, we can use it to get on the elevator, and there's a bunch of floors. Nothing is, like, story necessary except for the top floor, but I really like all the different floors and the lore that it gives, so we are gonna go to every floor. There's a picture of a yellow circle on the wall. A little plaque is below the picture. Gold represents absolute perfection and the ultimate goal of all alchemists. While some alchemists desire to literally create gold, many have their own personal gold that they pursue. Archives. Wait, how do I get in then? Without the master ID, what the fuck? If he's gone, then how do I get the master ID? Oh, man. Well, that sucks. Memorial room. You hear people talking behind the door. Best not to get caught. Oh, that sucks. Wait, okay, actually, go back. Is it in keys? An ID card with the name Antonio Tabacci on it, which is Papa. God, that sucks. How do I get in without the master ID card? Damn it. What? That really sucks. Oh. Well, we can at least see what we can see. That really stinks. Okay. There's a picture of a red arrow on the wall. A little plaque is below the picture. It reads, Brimstone/sulfur represents heat, dryness, and the human soul. In certain religions, it is stated that hell smells of sulfur. Alchemic research has dictated that this may be due to the amount of probable souls residing in hell's fires. Right, I can't look at that one. Middle plaque is incinerator. There was nothing in there anyway. Recycle room. It's locked. Scrapped project repository. That was the coolest one because there's like a monster iteration of Lily in a cage, but you can't really interact with it as far as I know. Oh god, what were we on? Yellow? Okay. Yeah, incinerator had nothing. It was just a room you could walk into. There's definitely some cool lore in one of the rooms specifically, but again, it's not like necessary to the game. A large window peers out. It's the inside of the well. The floor is covered in wet hair. Deeper down the hall is a thick liquid. It's the same as in the garden. If you try to take it, not again. Right, green. Can't go to the sides. A bright green sign reads, in use, next to the door. Best to stay hidden for now. I just made up the green part. There's a picture of a green triangle on the wall. A little plaque is below the picture. Earth is touch, movement, and physicality of the body. A soul must connect to these things in a body in order to claim it as its own. Red triangle. A little plaque is below. Fire is love, rage, passion, and hatred, all in one form. These are all key factors in a human soul, not just masculine ones. Blue triangle. Water is blood, mercury, and the origin of life. In order for a body to operate life and soul, it must contain water. And then a white triangle. Air is both heat and wet, blood and soul. Souls move like air when not contained within a body. Nymph Project Body Test Room. Can't get in there either. Blue button. green arrow. A little plaque. Phosphorus is a special element with the ability to capture light itself. Because of its features, it can be used as a base for a new soul. Dark room. There's really nothing in there. Dark room is just for photos. Surgical lab. A light shines from the red bulb above the door, signifying a surgery is in progress. Barrel storage. It's locked. There was really nothing in there anyways either. Yeah, the most interesting one to me is the scrapped project room, but again, not necessary for the story whatsoever. I kind of already told you what it was. It just sucks that I can't see it myself. Here's the real meat. Yeah, even Freddy's having trouble with it. I heard they're going to start passing it off onto the work-study students. I sure fucking hope not. Nicole's been doing cleaning stuff for the Mercurial building. If they try to make her try to clean up that Azoth shit, I'm going to student resources myself. Just let her do her own thing, man. Do you remember the figure that cut the rope when we only had, like 2 pieces of it, I think? Looks a lot like those guys, doesn't it? Oh, shit. Is that... Hey, whoa, is your name Lily? Papa said not to talk to strangers. But there's bones, and... You almost tell them about the man you slaughtered, but you keep your mouth shut. That's new. Oh. You think she saw the pit, man? Derek, shut the fuck up. Your dad. Is he Professor Tabachi? Do you know Papa? Yeah. He should be in the lab. Follow me, kiddo. I'll take you to him. Dude, what about our project? This will be like 5 minutes. Relax. Can't look at any of this, by the way. I've tried. Papa? Love that transition. Lily. Papa! Oh, Lily. What happened to you? You're all wet. Were you out in the rain? There was a voice in the... You heard the well voice again. No, I didn't find anyone when I got to the bottom. I found an elevator, and... This is the first time I think you've made it down here. What? Take a look at this, Lily. Take a look. Good girl. Papa? What is... Your next iteration, Lily. It took years, but I finally managed to recreate your body. I'm sorry I couldn't get your hair color right, but that's just the price of working with Azoth. The only difference that needs fixed is your soul. You can't help it being underdeveloped. You always promise to be a good girl, but you always end up breaking my rules one way or another. The first iteration I made fell down the well. It saw me throw a delivery down there and thought it was someone who needed help. The stupid thing didn't even figure out the body was already dead. Didn't even listen to Papa's rule of not going outside alone at night. It tried doing what you did. Made a little rope. The rope snapped, but the iteration didn't die at first. As it screamed for help, I realized something. If you act out as a bad girl, you can die, and have your soul put into another iteration with a clean slate. Your brain doesn't remember doing anything bad, but your soul will eventually remember that only bad things come from being a bad girl. One day, this will make you the most perfect Lily, without any of the actual trauma in your brain. My assistants and I recorded the first one's screams and decided to begin the experiment. I, of course, had to wonder, how many times will Lily die before she realizes that nothing good comes from disobeying Papa? We call it Generation Iteration Development. Each new generation of Lily becomes smarter and smarter. We have enough meat, so we can keep developing more bodies. I thought someone needed help. Here you are again. You think a voice coming from outside is more important than Papa. Papa? Let's see if this is what it takes for you to put your fingers in your ears and just wait for Papa to come home. Wait! Still, I gotta say, Papa's proud of you for getting all the way down here. Tell you what, you can be my little apprentice again when you finally learn, okay? And with that, we have the very last digit for the phone number. 1. Skip the intro because now, I think, actually, I'm gonna go check the mailbox. Just in case, before we kind of hit the point of no return. Nope, just 4. I think I actually haven't looked to see if there's a flower for the 10th one, though. There is! Bush with 10 flowers. Looking at this causes a sharp pain to go through your head. Yeah. Yeah, I would certainly think so. Okay, so we are going to do this. I stopped the recording and I started a new one for, like, the ending, since that's where it crashed before. Call a phone number. First 3 digits are 802 426 2313. The call went through. Hello? Who is this? Hello? My name is Lily. I'm home alone and I'm scared. Wait, what? Did you say Lily? How did you get this number? It's my new cell phone number, I think. But I don't have a cell phone and I don't know why I think I do. I feel like I remember a lot of things that didn't happen to me, but did happen to me. And shh, it's okay, Lily. Everything's going to be okay. You live in a house with a well by it, right? It's right outside your window? Yeah? Oh, thank God he didn't move. Okay, Lily, I need you to wait in the living room for me and put a certain VHS tape in the TV. Can you do that for me? What movie tape? Clip Clop and Friends Collection Part 1. It's your favorite, right? Yeah. Good. It's going to take me a bit to get home, so you can keep putting in more movies if Clip Clop ends, okay? Okay. Just don't fall asleep and keep the door unlocked. Everything is going to be okay. Can I keep talking to you? I shouldn't talk and... Fuck it. Sure thing. What things are you remembering, Lily? Falling down the well? My bones hurting? Sometimes it goes dark when I fall, but sometimes I wake up. I know I woke up to hearing someone yelling from the well, but why do I remember also yelling? Shit. Papa. Papa! What, is he there? Papa put a pillow on my face until I couldn't breathe. And one time he took out a gun, and... Oh my God. He's not going to hurt you anymore. I'm going to make sure of that. When I heard you pick up, I think I remembered a lot more stuff. Damn. I'm still remembering a lot, and I don't want to be alone. You won't be soon. What's your name? I don't know the easy way to answer that. Did I really die? Unless I'm talking to a ghost, I think you're alive. Papa, in one of the memories, Papa said something about me learning something. Generalasha International Development? What? Oh, Generation Iteration Development? Yeah. Are you Papa's real Lily? Yeah. God, how many times did he put you through this? Lily version 28. That's how many times I went down the well, by the way. Because the first time it was Lily version 16. So it actually, like, keeps track. I'm sorry. You don't have to count or anything like that. 28? I did this 28 times. I'm sorry for making you drive. No. I think your soul remembered my number because you wanted help. Even if you weren't thinking about it, you called me for a reason, right? What's going to happen? Well, I don't have a solid plan, but getting you out of there is the main goal. I left a note for my boyfriend's mom explaining the situation. She's pretty good at reading my scribbles, so it should be fine. Oh, there's a pretty good 24/7 diner we can check out after I pick you up. A diner? Yeah, they have killer chocolate chip pancakes. They also put whipped cream on top of their chocolate milk, plus rainbow sprinkles. You can also sleep in the car if you want. You're probably tired. Can we get the pancakes? Yeah. You spend the hours talking with the stranger you know so well. You feel like you've never felt this level of comfort in your life, and it's possible that might be true. Okay, can you open the door, Lily? Mm-hmm. You slowly open the door. Look at that hair, it's so sick. She's so, like, anime. She's so cute. Like, she's so opposite to, like, what we've been seeing. Hey there, kiddo. Sorry to keep you waiting. Your hair is a lot of colors. It is. I dyed it myself. Okay. My friend Burger Man helped, but I did a lot of the work, too. Burger Man? He's one of my buddies. Everyone's gonna be really psyched to see you. They don't know I came here yet, but it'll probably be fine. What's going to happen to Papa? He's going to get in trouble for what he did to you. I think his work is helping him. Of course they are. But, I should probably ask you this. Are you okay with leaving? I can help you grab your stuff. I want pancakes. Alright, kiddo. Let's pack up and grab those cakes. The two of you pack up various things from the house, using the sheets as bundles. The woman you were meant to replicate managed to take all of the VHS tapes off the shelf in one grab. The tapes all fell out of her arms when she tried to pack them up, though. Soon you were left in the back seat of her car. Just gotta finish up one thing, okay? The longer you were left in the car, the longer the pit of anxiety in your stomach grew. Can I check the mailbox? I can, but nothing new. It's her van. It's pretty roomy in there, even with the things you packed up. The back kind of smells like a skunk, though. No need to take anything from here. Something smells bad. What are you pouring? Hey, I thought I told you to wait in the van. It smells like the stove. Look, you're not gonna like seeing this. Go back to the van. Is this Papa's punishment? Can I help? Sure, kiddo. You deserve it as much as me. You pour the kerosene all over the base of the house. Both of you drench the garden, giving its residents one last drink. Finally, you send some down for Papa to deal with. Once we throw the lighter, there's no going back. No going back. I soaked the Azoth hair in the garden with the tanks from the shed. If the alchemists still have it growing around the campus, it should light up like a fireball. Bye, Papa. Rest in piss, Papa. Despite the rain, the house bursts into violent flames. There is no more house to wake up in. The heat is intense even from a distance. And yet, okay to still love him. I still don't know why he hurt me. Or I still don't know why he hurt me. No matter what, he said I was a bad girl. She pulls you in close. Adults don't hurt kids. Lily, you didn't deserve anything he did to you. Just because someone's your papa, it doesn't mean they're right. You feel tears that don't belong to you begin to fall. The hug tightens on both ends. Lily needed this hug for a long time. Both of them. I love that. I'm so scared. Is it gonna crash? Please don't. Okay, so good news and bad news. The game did crash at the exact spot it did the first time, so that's awesome. And I thought it corrupted that whole ending footage, but it didn't this time. So the whole ending stuff is good. So if I hit resume, it should just go to the credits. That's what it did last time. Because I really would like to play the credits to... Yeah, there we go. Perfect! Yay! It didn't crash. Well, it did crash, but it didn't corrupt my footage this time. And I was smart, and I stopped recording right before the ending stuff just in case, because I didn't want to lose literally the entire gameplay a second time. So yes! We are great! I don't know why the game does that, so just a warning. You found 2 hidden dead ends. Oh, sick. So cute. The end. She got her little pancakes. So yeah, that was Lily's well. Sorry this wasn't like a first impressions kind of gameplay thing. And it's also good to know that the crashing thing wasn't like a one-time issue. Like that's a consistent issue I have been able to replicate twice now. Awesome. So yeah, that's super cool. So like I was saying, just a warning, if you know someone who's gonna film this or you want to film it, be careful. Game might crash and corrupt your footage, or not. But yeah, I do really like this game, and I really did want to make a video for it and do all the gameplay and stuff. So I hope even though it wasn't exactly as I planned it to be, you still enjoyed the video and enjoyed the game. I do think it's still very worth it to play. It's free. It's really not that long in retrospect. It has a lot of like good little hidden things that you can still find. I didn't even get all of the achievements. There's still some that I'm missing. But that is the core of the game. That's all of the 10 endings plus the true ending. And that's pretty much what it is. So really cool. I love a good story with like alchemy and stuff like that. Homunculi, homunculuses, whatever you want to say. Gives me big like Haunting Ground and Full Metal Alchemist vibes because of that, which are 2 things I really, really like. Just really cool. I mean, the pixel art is fantastic. I love the concept. I love the execution. I mean, I really don't have anything bad to say except for the crashing issue, so it is what it is, but the game is free, and I think it's more than worth it. So if you're interested, it'll be linked down in the description. So wherever you can get it, you can go ahead and download it. Otherwise, that is it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it, especially if you made it this far. And if you did make it this far and you're not already subscribed, it would mean a lot if you did. It would be really, really cool. If you have any games that you want me to play on my channel, please leave me suggestions and let me know. If I am interested in them or they're already on my list, they will shoot up to priority and I will play them as soon as possible. Otherwise, if I'm not interested, I won't play it. But if I am, I will. But otherwise, you can go ahead and like the video if you liked it. Share it with everybody and everybody if you so choose. And I will see you all on the next one. Bye-bye.